Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, really, question tonight: can we please get the old Esme back? Because this one is not working. Something's not working. Okay. The whininess, the just all that. We need that version gone. We need to sit there and get back to basic. Bring back the chick who got stuff done. Bring back her. This one is defective. Okay, this one isn't working. We need to get the old chick back. Okay, we need to get the girl who, for me personally, was actually making their stuff interesting. Because this version is working. Gemini's in the chat was good. Gemini says pray to Jackie's family, especially her children. DC. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who that was at first. How you doing tonight, Gemini? Thank you for joining. As always, we sit there and get into all the soaps, GH, Days, B&B, YNR, and Days, G and B, YNR, and Days. I feel like I'm missing something. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. I just sit there and check myself. Latasha's in the chat. I mean, Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Lashanta? JNR is in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope you had a great day. Trust me. I JNR says, "What's up? How's it going?" It's going good. I got out of work, so it's going a lot better. But how was your day, though? Laura B's in the chat was good. Laura B. Freddie's in the chat was good. Freddie. Ariana's in the chat. How you doing, Ariana? Ariana. Black Mind's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Queen of the South is in here. What's good? It's great to see you. And you know, Black Mind, it's always good to see you. Exactly, that's right. The Queen is in the chat. Gloria's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Dana says it was good, man. A lot of Holly, it was hot. Yo, I don't know what they're doing, but like they need to start paying for some AC because that's absolutely ridiculous. Um, you have people sitting there sweating like there was no tomorrow. That don't make no damn sense. Um, you need to do something about that AC. Stop being some damn cheap or something. Gemini says someone warned Sally about the connection between Nick and Sharon, and she's seeing it firsthand. Hmm. Tyrese, my friend, how you doing tonight? Hope you had a great day, Jane R. Yeah, it's bad. Yo, is hot as F in there. Autumn's in the chat. Was good, Autumn? Autumn says, "Hey, Albert, was Michael so damn annoying today, pressing his mom?" It was. I'm surprised that she didn't actually have a bigger reaction in that. She seemed like she was more like hurt than anything else. Ariana says, "Still giving reviews. Some are good, some are bad. Just glad to be here." Well, I am happy that you are here, as always. You know that. Jenna says they have a lot of money and stop being cheap. Yeah, it's insane. I'm sweating like there's no tomorrow. CW's in the chat. What's good, CW? Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Darby? Lashanta says Ava gonna go to Sunny. She should. She should. That don't make no damn sense. Yeah, no, I was literally sweating like there was no tomorrow. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. Um, Graham TV is in the chat. How you doing, my friend? I hope you had a wonderful day. You know, it's always a pleasure to see you in this chat. Ariana says, absolutely. Darby, oh my God, my friend, thank you so much. Darby, you are amazing. I I truly do appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much. Tamara's in the chat. Was good, Tamara? CW says there's a thunderstorm going on right now. It's really yeah. It's funny. CW, it's a thunderstorm going on. Well, where I live as well. Carrie says Mason's so dumb. I mean, Mason's dumb to use Ava's connection to Sunny. He hates her deep down. If the boss wants Sunny, go. If the boss wants Sunny, go to someone he really cares about. Autumn says he's all right about. Oh, I'm right about Kurosawa. He is trash as human being. I'm glad Jordan is moving on. As she, I was so mad that she put her life on hold for him. This dude literally boasted it like there was no tomorrow, and then had the audacity to sit there and say, "So, I just need a little more time. You think you can give me you think you can give me a little more time?" Like, bro, are you kidding me, bro? This dude, oh, this dude is something else. Darby, again, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gemini says, who is the boss that Mason is talking about? Oh, Gemini, we've been waiting for a hot minute. We've been waiting for a hot minute. Hopefully, we'll find out at some point. It's ridiculous. Gemini says, Jordan, get the award for F you. I'm choosing me. Yeah, Gemini, I mean, it's. I was gonna sit there and say it's like 2 years and change, but I'm like, at least it's happening. Lobby says I'm glad that Mason was there to restart the story. Yeah, no, he always definitely makes Austin's storyline a lot more interesting. CW says glad Jordan kicked him to the curb. Curtis is a trip. Oh my god. Queen of the South, thank you so much. Thank you for such a beautiful birthday wish on the 31st. Of course, you are the queen. So I was gonna sit there. That's why I was sitting there writing it down. But oh my god, thank you so much, Queen. You literally are the queen. Damn. Thank you. Exactly. Once again, let's wish the queen a happy birthday, a happy belated birthday. Hmm. Oh my god, thank you so much. Hmm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really does actually help me. Thank you so much. Lobby says, I'm glad Jordan stood up for herself and chose herself. Yeah, me too. I hope you actually did have a good birthday, Queen. For real. If you want to sit there and tell us about what you did on your birthday, we are all ears. Yeah, I'm 2 years and change, and we finally get to a point of, finally choosing herself. Lashana says, I said, Jordan's bold, go to the house. Yeah, when she came there, Curtis has had that dumbfounded look in his face, like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, how do you know I was going to be here or something like that? And that's when Jordan's like, oh, your wife told me. Why didn't you? Yo, did you see the look on Curtis' face when he thought that Portia knew about their kiss? Like he was about to go in on her. Darby says yes. Yes, and Miss Esme a lot. Please don't allow Trina and her toilet boyfriend taking Ace from Esme just because Spencer seemed like the better person for now. I love that part. Toilet seat of a boyfriend. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Gemini says, I asked this yesterday. Is Curtis sure Trina said, yeah, I know. I said the same thing too. I said the same. We were talking about that too yesterday. Joshua's in the chat. Joshua says starting at 9. Hopefully you get a chance to watch. I'll peek in there. I'm going for 2 hours tonight, so but I'll peek in there though. Autumn says you're right, Albert. If I was Carly, I would have took that evidence, and I thought that's what she was gonna do. She was because I'm like, yo, you gonna sit there and trust Michael to do the right thing and get rid of the evidence? Like, really? You gonna trust him to get rid of the evidence? I'm like, oh, you got to get rid of the evidence. Yeah, no, take it and stop it and be done with it. Big Nate was good. Um, they were all pretty good. Yeah, all of them actually on point. Freddie says the way Carly looked at Michael said, "Oh, she looked like she wanted to throw him." No, she looked like she was surprised. She didn't look mad. She looked. The only thing she was more shocked about was like, well, this is going to tear the family apart. But she didn't look mad. I wanted her to be somewhat angry by like, yo, what are you doing? You know? Like I really wanted Carly to sit there and check Michael. And that didn't happen. Hmm. CW says Esme is not my favorite person, but I don't want Spencer to have that baby. Well, as long as Esme is on point, then I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with Esme keeping the baby. Queen says a friend and I went for ice cream in Riverwalk, KC, home of the Super Bowl champions. Nice. I love ice cream. I feel like I need to get some ice cream again at some point. But I want to get a different type of ice cream now. As much as I love that ice cream, I feel like you have to have that in one setting. Otherwise, it's just because whenever I go back out and have it again, it just tastes different, you know. But I'm glad that you actually did have a good time. And ice cream sounds splendid. Gemini says it was amazing how Josh is so in love with a stranger and willing to throw Sonny in jail. Exactly, Gemini. There's no loyalty. Josh is so disloyal, it's not even funny. And I know people are going to sit there and say, well, Josh just wants to sit there and help out her mom. And, Josh just wants to sit there and make sure her mom's okay. And, a bunch of other excuses people will sit there and use to justify her disloyal ass. Tracy's in the chat. Was good, Tracy. Thank you for joining. Disloyal ass. Freddie says Curtis thought he can have this cake and eat it too. Yeah, exactly. Give me some more time. I just need a little bit more time. Yeah, you want to get some more time. You should get both of those women that they're telling you to kick rocks and put a Taylor and Brooke on his ass. Bobby says I think that Curtis should do the test again from another. Yeah. Um Last days in the chat was good. Last day. How you doing, my friend? Tracy says you have to try gelatos one day. What's okay? I know it sounds kind of stupid. What is a gelato though? I never actually had it before. Lashana says, I bet if that gets us Sonny whole family's at stake. That's why Carly's so mad. I just wish he had no, you're right. I just wish he had a bigger reaction. And it just moved up too fast. Oh, oh Chase, it's Italian ice cream. Okay. Hmm. I'll try that out then. Valerie's in the chat. Was good, Valerie? Latasha's in the chat. Between Sharon and Sally, Nick head is spinning. He's spinning. Spinning, baby, spinning. Gemini says Josh and Michael have no idea how many times Sonny saved Carly from herself. Yeah, it's so stupid. And you're 100% right. 100% right. Italian ice cream. I'm gonna have to look in the store and see if they actually have that then. Sounds good. Um Toby says I hate how Sonny can menace people in broad daylight like Ned and the police like Dante will look the other way like Ned. And he was actually even giving him point stuff too. He literally was just like, "Come on, man, you know you can't be doing that in broad daylight." It's like Smith just saying, "Okay, well you could just do it, out the broad daylight." I'm good. Finally finished my room. Nice, 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 nice. Mm. Bless everyone. Thank you, Kyrie's Clark and Queen of the South. Oh my God. Kyrie's and Queen is a gift. Jesus Christ. Kyrie says, I hope it backfired on that toilet seat and Ace goes to foster care instead. Spencer does not deserve cussing. He deserves book. Ooh. Sonny needs to go ruthless. That Nina, Michael, and Johnson will stay shook for years. And I agree with that. I'm glad we actually brought back up Book because I really do hope he actually gets out of jail one day. And oh my God, thank you so much, Kyrie's. Whew, thank you. LaShanta said Cameron gonna be another one that bite. I hope not. Honestly, tell you the truth, LaShanta, I hope not. I hope they don't actually pull another Ashland Locke because that was and another Jeremy Stark. Jesus Christ. Gemini says Nick wants to hold on to Sally to keep her away from Adam, but Sharon and Faith is really his priority. Tracy says I usually get it at start. I usually get it at a stand at the mall or at a gelato shop. I've also been in pizza place. Hmm. I gotta check it out then. And that's right. Of course, Kyrie, don't let you know who actually hears that because you know. You be asking for the smoke at that point, Kyrie. If you know who actually sees that, just giving you a fair bit of warning right now. Autumn says Albert Michael does not realize Brick and the Pikeman people are in that video. If he hands over that video, the Pikeman wants revenge on him. It's I yes, you are no trust me. You are 100% right. This is just Autumn. I'm glad that you're actually bringing this up because it just highlights just how stupid his plan is, and I mean really stupid. Freddie said Josh and Dex have zero chemistry. She's in love with someone she knows nothing about. We don't know who his people is at all. Some random guy. Carnival. Carrie says, see what let me double down on it, which part? Carrie says, sees what let me double down on it, which part? Oh, I'm just saying, Kyrie. I'm just, give you a little heads up, you know. 'Cause if you know who is here, you be getting the smoke, Kyries. And I gotta sit there and protect you. So last day says every time Ace name said on GH, I always think of Ace as a place. Oh my God, that is funny. That is funny. I like that. I like that. That was good. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I like that. Nah, Kyrie, I gotta sit and protect you now. Not that you need protecting, but Lorby says, when will we learn about Dex already? When we Lorby, when are we actually gonna learn about who's Austin and Mason's boss? Remember how long it took for us to sit there and realize what Victor's plan was? So we'll see about that. Perry says, don't let me see what the Nina or I'll double down on that dingbat Nina. I ain't never scared. All we talk about book. Alright. Kyrie, I got your back, so Not that you need it, but Lashana says, I don't believe deleted. I don't believe deleted death. Oh, yeah, of course not. That's what makes it so stupid. It's just like, that's what makes it so stupid. Auto says, not dingbat Nina. Ninarisms, yes. Ninarisms. I actually really do love that name. Not to pat myself on the back, but I like it. Gemini says Cameron will rip Josh lying ass to shreds when he comes home because she asked him to keep her secret, and now she and Dex are everything together. I feel like I feel like if Cam came home with some hot girl, um, yeah, she might be a little bit jealous, and I would thoroughly enjoy that, like thoroughly. Lorby says that is the next thing on the list. Oh my god! But again, Queen and Kyrie's. I appreciate you so much. Uh, Darby. Oh my god! Thank you. Darby says everyone acknowledged their favorite tribal chief Hobbit, but this is as high as I go tonight. Well, thank you, Darby. Thank you. No, listen. Anything that you do, even just you being a member, that means the world to me. Thank you so much, Darby. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Thank you. Solomon's in the chat. What's good, my friend? Thank you for joining us. Thank you again, Darby. Listen, regardless if you give something, if you give nothing, I appreciate you being here. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And that goes for everyone in this chat. Thank you. Freddie says Simp Olivia finally believed her. Exactly. When his life was on the line. When my dude's life was on the line, then she finally believed him. Pastor says I was so happy when Mason came back. Yes. Yo, listen, he brings something interesting to the show. Curry says the $50. Guys, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Alyssa's in the chat. What's good, Alyssa? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a great day. Paris. I feel like I know I'm gonna need another drink tonight. I ran out of there so fast I totally forgot about getting my other drink before. No, Mason brings something very interesting to this Austin storyline that was desperately needing. Daisy Flower says Cameron's over Josh. Josh and Dex have great chemistry. How you doing tonight, Daisy Flower? Alyssa said I didn't get a chance to watch stage yet. It was good. Whenever you get a chance, it was good. I liked it. It was on point today. It was on point today. I liked it. Oh, actually, GH was actually all four of them was on point today. Gemini says Mason reminds me of Anthony Zakara Jr. It was always kind of a wild. Oh my God, Eagle Fang is in the chat. What's good, Eagle Fang? Latasha says, I wonder if Olivia Jerome is the boss. I'm hoping. Andrea's in the chat. Andrea says, poor Nicole, she's really scared of losing the baby. Yeah. How you doing tonight, Andrea? Gemini says, all Josh and sex. All Gemini says, all Josh and Dex has done is X. Or, hey, listen, I'm all for love in the afternoon. I'm all for love in the afternoon. We tell you that much. Eager Fang said, hello, Albert. How are you, sir? Yeah, it was actually good to see him again. And and Rihanna, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. My God, thank you. It's Friday. It's you damn right. It's Friday. And thank you. Yeah, they do tend to talk about Sunny a lot, which is annoying. Um, oh my God, Autumn, Autumn. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you so much. Autumn says, "How do you think Willow is going to react when she finds out Michael is pressing her?" She's going to be disappointed. I actually tell you the truth, it's actually really worse than somebody being mad at you is being disappointed in you. Trust me, it hurts a lot more. Oh yeah, no, Ariana, I'm getting some more tomorrow. I want to get home so fast. I'm getting some more. I'm getting some more tomorrow. Jimmy says Albert is making money tonight. Maybe he will dance. Maybe I might actually dance, and it's going to be the kid-friendly dance. So I'll tell you that much. Eager fans for Josh and Dex fans. I asked, does Josh know who Dex is? Yeah, that's kind of the problem. It's like she's willing to sit there and practically throw her family and everything like that. Well, Sonny under the bus for a guy that she barely knows. Blackman says, Albert, you're on point tonight. No, thank you. Everyone else is on point. I'm just here. I'm just here. Y'all make the chat interesting. Y'all really do. Uh, let's talk about Spencer Jane and find it. Yeah, actually, tell you the truth, I did like that scene, Alyssa, because now they got everything that they need. W says last day, the only tribute chief on this line. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Oh my God. Valerie says Jess isn't here to defend them. Oh, I have no problem defending them. Um, to an extent. To an extent. Jonathan, my friend, how are you doing tonight, Jonathan? Freddie says Jordan wasted her time with that bald-headed little Bill in the first place. Yeah, I love everyone sit there talking about he's a bald-headed this and a bald-headed that. My dude got some hair. He's not there yet. I shouldn't even sit there saying my dude because my dude is literally trash. Um, Eager Fangs is funny. It's funny when Dex says, "I love you, Josh." I guess Dex on is turned on by the naughty. Hey, listen, whatever gets love in the afternoon going, I'm with it. I'm just saying they do talk about them a little bit too much. Other than that, I actually do like them. I do like them. Um, I wonder. See, my whole thing is I wonder what they're gonna do with Esme now. Now, Alyssa says, so the evidence that Victor left Spencer, do you think is fake? No, I think it's real. I think it's real, Alyssa. I think that Victor finally actually came through for once. Natasha says, will the real Esme please? Yeah, we need the real Esme to come back. Like we need her back like yesterday. Natasha said the evidence is fake. Remember, Victor set up Anna. I want to choose to believe that it's real until I get confirmation that it's something else. Yes, hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. It really does actually help. It really does actually help. Like I'm not even joking. CW says Ava just need whip. Okay. Johnson says, well, it's the moment of truth. We're gonna find out next week. Listen, Jonathan, I love the fact that it's the moment of truth. Yep. All right, so we had 10 likes. We got 30 people in the chat. So if you want to join the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. Um, Ariana says I'm over both Michael and Josh. Yeah, I've been over them. Um, Jonathan, I'm happy that they don't take. See, that's the thing about what you call it days. They don't take too long to real. You know what I'm saying? Like their turnaround stories is a lot faster than GH. GH tend to drag the stories out too much, and that's the one thing that I actually do like. But like, I like pizza. Um, Andrea, the days. I think this pregnancy thing lasted like maybe like 3 weeks or so. So Days is killing it. Eager Fing says, "Well, Willow should pick up and get away from Michael ASAP." And I guess what go back to Chase. But then who's Brooklyn gonna go out with now? See, that's the thing. If Willow and Chase go back together, who's uh, who Chase is gonna go out with? Andrew says every Friday night here. Okay, that's what's up. Gemini says Victor did not set up Anna back in the day. Victor used to run the WSB, so he knows all the. Yeah, that's very true. He didn't set her up. I mean, in all reality, Gemini, like there was nothing to set up because everything was like for real. Like all the stuff is really there. The amazing, gorgeous Janet is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Janet says pizza and sushi are my favorite. Happy Friday. Cheers to everyone. Yeah, I do like sushi and pizza, Janet. They're both actually pretty good. Like really, really good. Blackman says we hold. I'm gonna go with my guy EJ. I think you already know that, but I'm gonna go with my guy EJ though. I'm gonna go with my guy EJ. I'm gonna go with my guy EJ. Johnson, exactly. We had to wait a year. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan, that was a long ass year. W says Albert forgot to answer your question to you earlier. The reason I like having Curtis around is that he makes the rest of us. Yes. Oh my God. He makes the rest of us look better. Is that really crazy though? Eagle Fang says Albert, she needs to protect her kids. It's not about hooking up with anyone for Willow. Willow got away from one crazy guy that was stalking and threatening her life. Michael is endangering. Eh, don't know how strong that is, but I know I'm missing a lot of people's comments right now. I'm trying to catch up. Um, like somebody else asked me a question too, but for some odd reason, it's not really going here. Okay. Um, yeah, no, thank you, Darby. No, it really does help. We're at like 10 likes and we got like 34 people in the chat, so it really does help. Carrie says that Nina is a dingbat ex baby stealing lunatic. I can't wait for Sunny to dump her. Let the crazy come out. Sunny better not forgive Mike or Jocelyn anytime soon, especially the latter. Hmm. Thank you. No, thank you for hitting the like button. Latasha says, "Meg." Oh, Latasha. I mean, Lashanta says Megan's on that creepy stuff like Victor. Oh yeah, no, she wants to take over the world. I said she was practically like missing Bison. Also, I'm putting out my day's review tonight, but it's going to be a little bit after, like at 10. Um, this is I had a phone call to sit there. I had a phone call to uh, I had a conversation on the phone. It was a very interesting conversation. I'll say that much. Alyssa says, as much as I don't like Josh, Esme hurt her too. Esme hurt both Josh and Cam. Yep. And Trina. Josh says, I think the baby will probably end up being Eric's because he still doesn't have any children of his own, and EJ does. Yeah, that's very true. I'm still hoping for what you call it. I'm still hoping for EJ, but you're right. Um, Andrea says I hope for Eric. But yeah, Lashanta, no, Megan wants to take over the damn world. Yeah, it's really funny, Alyssa, because I thought about that, right? And I'm like, I I doubt that's gonna happen. I doubt she's actually gonna get any real jail time. And I say that because I'm pretty sure she's on contract. So as much as you may want her, or as much as she deserves, yeah, I don't think that's happening. Darby says, I told you about Taylor Albert. It's always the nice, quiet ones you have to worry about. Yeah, no, Darby, yes, the clause came out today. Brooke, Deacon, I was like, Deacon, you had one job. You had one job, Deacon, was to keep your damn mouth shut, and you couldn't even do that. Now, Justin says, do you think EJ will leave Nicole? Oh, yeah, he will. He will. In all honesty, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, I feel like he was, in a lot of ways, I feel like he's more upset. Um, like he cares about Nicole and everything like that, but it's more of a competitive thing. It's like, oh, how dare somebody else lay the seed in my property? Like I feel like it's pride talking. I think that's the problem. Makai's in the chat. What's good, Makai? Harry says, I hope Esme finds another way to hurt Jocelyn and Spencer and Trina. They all deserve it for individual reasons. Trina wants to co-sign ripping a child from his mother's cruel. Woo. I think at this point everyone knows I'm smiling. Um, Ariana said drinks are flying. Yes, that is very true. Um, you are absolutely right, Ariana. Darby says, I'm glad Megan wants to try to do it because Stefano's sons didn't want to pick out where he left off. Yeah, Darby, in a lot of ways, I feel like I missed some really great stuff back in the day, you know, with Stefano. Johnson says, I can see EJ and Sloan pairing. I can see that too. I do feel like it'd actually be a really interesting pairing though. I do feel like I messed up on some really great stuff back in the day though. I mean, they had sword fighting. Sword fighting. Um, Thank you, Jonathan. Latasha said Deacon could not hold spill if he was on a fight. Yeah, I was like, bro, you have one job to do. Now it's to keep your damn mouth shut. Marsha, 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 Marsha. Let's everyone say what's up to Marsha. I really do like that name. Harry says, just let Esme Karma come later. But no, Trina wants to co-sign Spencer's BS guardianship. The girl got no memory right now. Both her parents are dead. She got a job. She deserves a break. She deserves a break. Johnson says, and they had it. It's funny, Jonathan. DC showed me a clip of that, which I'm still just like, yo, that's crazy. Um, but you're the one that actually sent me the sword fighting clip. I remember that. Ariana says Stefano was obsessed with Marlena. Yeah, didn't he have Ariana didn't he have clones of her? He had clones of her. Earlier said Trina isn't horrible. Are we taking off the gloves tonight? We taking off the gloves tonight. Last day says Josh and Trina are horrible people as well. Don't understand why people defend Josh and Trina so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the um, the gloves are definitely the gloves are definitely coming off tonight, and I love it. Now, me personally, I don't think that Trina is a horrible person. Um, there's times where she does get kind of on my nerves, but it never gets to the point of Jocelyn level. You know, like Jocelyn will annoy me way more than Trina does. Trina is like a blip. You know, she'll do something that's just like Darby says. I just love an evil woman like Megan. You know, yes. Here's the thing for me, Darby. There's another reason why I actually do like Kristen. Is because she reminds me of like a young Sharon Stone. If we knew Sharon Stone back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. Carrie says at least until she gets her memories back, then gets hers later on. That ashy foot heifer Jocelyn is also cruel and nasty. We're going in tonight. Eagle Fang says, "Bravo, Olivia, for finally supporting her husband." Exactly. I was like, "Yo, you've been disloyal for way too long." I was like, "You've been disloyal for way too long." Um, Last days, obviously, you damn right the gloves are coming off tonight. Let me start getting tipsy up in this. The gloves are definitely going to come off. Ariana says he brainwashed her and held her captive on his island to keep her away from John Black. Wow, that's a power move right there. I mean, a sick one, but Jesus. See, this is like what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I missed out a lot on some of the earlier stuff for Days. Now, John says, imagine if Days does a scene where someone falls into a tank of piranhas. That'd be interesting. Carrie says, Olivia's too much, too little, too late. Yeah. It took for what you call it, it took for what you call it. It took for him to nearly be threatened. Now, Darby says, Albert, as a guy, if you had to choose between Megan and Esme, who would you choose? I would choose Megan. I would choose Megan, Darby. Listen, she's evil, she's bad, and she got experience. And I know that sounds well. It sounds exactly how it sounds. It sounds exactly how it sounds. So yes, I would choose Megan. You know, experience. Alyssa says, "LOL, y'all defending Esme." Gemini says, "Albert, the earlier days were epic and stuff." That's what I'm to say. Like, I feel like I missed so much on on there on days. Ariana says, "Deidre Hall is a twin, both are on days." Wait, what do you mean, Ariana? You mean like Deidre Hall actually has a twin now? Like, okay? Let me know in the chat if Deidre Hall actually has a twin because I'm very curious about that. Carrie says the actress playing Esme is amazing and beautiful. She made me go from hating Esme's guts to liking her, and now I finally ready to fully support her, even though I always remember Ava slapping her and enjoyed that. I'm just wishing for the old Esme to come back. Are you? Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, wow. Okay, so we got 19 likes, so I guess that's something. Um, Valerie says, I'm not defending Esme. Darby says, Kristen is extremely hot, but Megan has a sexy evil intelligence that many people find attractive. I know, I agree with that. I do. Um, I was just feel like, for me, she has that whole Sharon Stone thing going on. Yeah, yeah, CW, people actually tell me about that. That's crazy. Johnson says Deidre Hall has a twin sister. Her name is Andrea Hall, and she originally played Haiti Adams. Hmm. Andrea says, "What did you think of Steve Harrison as?" I liked him. Um, I also do feel like he's also playing Jason a lot. Like he's just playing a different version of Jason, like an alternate version of Jason. Gemini says Esme has two mentally unstable parents. She's the crazy, and they're waiting to come out. Autumn says Deacon should stop trying to get with Brooke. She's not interested. Taylor has Deacon making a fool of. Yeah, I agree with that. He needs to move on. Like seriously. Well, listen, if you get Hot Sheila coming out, get Hot Sheila coming out. I do call her hot. And Rihanna says she has an identical twin named Andrea. Andrea. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Marsha says Esme has already heard folks she is dangerous and she sent that email to set up Anna. She said, what do you mean she sent that, to set up Anna? Queen Nikisha's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up, Nikisha. Carrie says, hey, Queen, the fan favorite Nikisha is in the chat. You damn right. Andrea says, I thought so too. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't mind it. Nikisha, I'm so excited that I was right about the box having the evidence again. Yeah, Victor actually finally came through. Victor finally came through. Darby says Gregory had to pull out fires at the newspaper. Was that Doris? Oh. I don't know if she did that on purpose. So that's the question. Did she do that on purpose, or did she do that by accident? Though Darby says Deacon romance with Sheila is supposed to be a secret from his loved ones. Yeah, when she gets out of jail, we'll sit there and see how much of a secret that's going to be. Dolly's in the chat. What's good, Dolly? How are you doing, my friend? How has life been? I know you've been hella busy. Yeah, no, Jonathan, I saw a trip. I saw in the previews. I actually got the chance to see the previews before I came on tonight. So I'm very happy about that. And of course, Wendy's still they're playing ping pong between those two, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. Nikki said, "What makes you think the evidence is fake? That doesn't make sense." The thing is, I don't think that the evidence is fake. Hmm, I just don't. I don't think that they're going to send her to jail. That's why I don't think they're going to send her to jail. They could. I feel like maybe if they don't, it's because of a contract thing. So Marsha says she did it on purpose. You all get fooled by her. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Freddie says I wish someone would do a DNA test on the baby Ace already. Yes, not even a real cat. Okay, so I have a question. Is Oz or Paul Haggerty um is Paul Haggerty or Oz, is that dude dead or just in a coma? Justice says when he needs to decide who she really wants. Yeah, I did. Jonathan, the minute that Shin started giving her advice, I was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Um, But you know what? They were stupid enough to go along with her trying to decide on who she should be with, which I thought was really stupid. I was not a fan of that. You know me, Jonathan. I'm way too logical for like some sort of stupid love triangle thing. It says I'm still crazy busy at work, but I think things are winding down a little bit. Well, it's great to see you again. You have been missed. Nikisa Oz is dead. Has it killed him? He was in a coma, but Portia woke him up to. Oh, okay. Then Marshall said he died of it by the hook. Okay. Okay. Thank you, CW. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. I was wondering about that because I know I asked that question in the in my review. I was wondering about that. Marsha says Trina is sweet. Okay, thank you, Valerie. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. CW says he's dead. Heather hooked him. Oh, now I know. Yeah, Marsha says I really like Quinn. Yeah, see, Quinn was before my time. Um, Jess is here. Let's everyone say what's up to Jess. Jess. Yeah, some people in the chat that was that they're going after your couple, your favorite couple. I'm not gonna sit there and say who they are because you know who I'm talking about, who your favorite couple is. And people are just like, and Jess isn't there to defend them. No, like literally, they was like, and Jess isn't there to defend them. I was like, I'll defend them to some extent. To some extent. To some extent. Shauna says, I believe Esme killed Oz. Uh Jess said, oh, who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke tonight? Okay. All right, my girl's coming in for battle. I love it. Well, like I said, Alyssa, we'll see. Oh no, I wasn't sent to saying you, Alyssa. I was just meant to saying, people are, coming at Jax. And I know my girl Jess, she's not about that. So, Marcia says smoke weed or pot. Johnson says, hmm, oh my God, now smoker right here. Kyrie's. Whoa, okay, hold on. Kyrie says the whole asthma is gone until proven otherwise. I will continue to defend passionately. Trina is lucky she was raised by Curtis. Oh, he wasn't raised by Curtis. He's an idiot now. Imagine when he was on Hugs. I tempt I tempt to make him I'm tempted to make him take a test. Oh my good. Oh my God, Kyrie's. Thank you. Thank you, Kyrie's. I mean, I look at the Trina thing, and I'm like, you know what, Trina, you have two people that love you. You have two people that love you, and I don't think that's a good thing. Just as what really annoyed me today was Curtis and Jordan's stupid self. The only smart thing she did today was tell him she wasn't waiting. Just it took her 2.5 something years, but yeah, she finally made that decision. Curtis dumbass actually sat there and was like, um, I wanted you to wait longer. Like, what? Freddie says Portia better pipe down because if she doesn't stop trying to keep Trina away from Spencer, she's going to lose. You know, Freddie, I agree with that. As much as I'm not a fan of Spencer, Portia should not be sitting there um, coming at Spencer like that. I was like, boo, you live in a glass house. Spike Quick says, what's the use of Jax if it's just, yo, listen, I'm more about that love in the afternoon. Carrie says, yeah, Trina showed no love to Ace. She's happy to rip him from his mother. So selfish. I want to read that again. I like that line. I want to read that again. Carrie said, yeah, Trina shows no love to Ace. She's happy to rip him from his mother. So selfish. Yeah, Jess, I said that in my review as well. I was like, yo, this dude is trash. This dude is actual trash. And you know the sad thing is that did anyone actually peep? I agree with that, Alyssa. Did anyone actually peep that Curtis is gonna get upset with Jordan if if Portia found out about their kiss? How effed up is that? How effed up is that? I don't understand that. I was like, yo, listen, she's feeling like she's being used. He feels like some sort of consolation prize, and you're upset with her. You were gonna get upset if Portia found out about your little kiss, your little makeout section. And also, again, thank you, Kyrie. Oh my God, just a yeah. I don't get why Trina is on board with Spencer getting custody. That seems to be out of nowhere. Sir Charles is in the chat. What's good, Sir Charles? How are you doing, my friend? Marshall said Trina treated Ace very sweet. Go back and look at the tapes. Johnson says, I wish Sean was still on GH. Oh, the problem with the problem with that is that I wish they gave him something to do because it was on there. They didn't really give him anything to do, and that was the problem. They gave that dude nothing to do. Like literally, they gave him nothing to do. Hmm. Okay, so we're at 20 likes. We're at 20 likes, and we got 30 something people in the chat. So if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Darby. Thank you. So Charles says, I miss the old Esme. Nikki said, I don't think Spencer should have custody. Laura should. Esme deserve to go to jail. Trina, Cam, and Josh deserve justice. Well, Nikisha is fair about that. Our boy Samuel's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. That's actually really funny. I was actually watching one of your videos yesterday. Samuel says, I'm out of town for work again in Orlando, Florida. Oh, how's it being down there, Samuel? Now, Jess says, Spencer definitely shouldn't have custody. Definitely shouldn't have custody. Lovey says, the simple truth is Spencer is not mature enough to be a parent. He will be better off with Laura and Kevin. Yeah, I agree with that. And also, to be honest, he's young. Let him live his life first. Miss Gee is in the chat now, 21. What's good, Miss Gee? What's good, Miss Gee? Thank you for joining. Curry says, well, if she showed true compassion for Ace, she would realize he needs his mother. You know what the results of a broadcast line without a mother equal? Spencer don't need Ace becoming a 2.0. Oof. Damn. Damn, I thought I was gonna be coming in with some fire tonight. My guy Kyrie's got me covered. Kyrie's here. You're awesome. Samuel says I like it better in Vegas. It's way more relaxed, nicer hotels, and better food. I wanna go to Vegas one day. I wanna go to Vegas one day. Darby says, is Trina gonna raise Ace just because she doesn't like Esme? Is Trina going to devote her life to taking care of little Ace just to get her own way? Oh, I want to read that again. Samuel says, listen, I'm loving Wino right now. Never thought I would actually. Wino is actually cooking right now. So I'm loving it. Johnson says, but it won't be a good influence on Ace if she gets her memories back. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's actually going to be true. Valerie said, let's do a Vegas meetup. Yes, yes. Valerie says, why did it move so fast? Let's do a Vegas meetup. Yes, I would love that. He said, unfortunately, some children are better off without their parents. Esme is a bad person, a criminal. It's gross that people think Esme shouldn't pay for her crimes. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. I still want that child to be with Esme until she actually start to be bad and start doing bad stuff. I want the child to be what you call it. Now, Alyssa says Vegas is fun. I went out there in November. Nice. I want to go. I want to go to what you call it. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. Vegas seems fun. Nikisa Esme doesn't care about her baby when she set that fire and jumped off the balcony. Ooh. Marsha says Vegas is nice. So many lights. That's what I was like, yo, listen, I kind of want to go to Vegas. I'm not gonna lie. And you do have a point, Nikisha, even though you do have a point. Justin says Cameron and Wynard is playing by the same guy who played. I was wondering, Jonathan, and it's funny too because he also played Johnny Cage too back in the day. I knew, I have to tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan, the hair threw me off a little bit. Simon says Vegas is okay. It's not all that cracked up to be. It's nice to see, but it's just a lot all the time. It doesn't feel like a vacation. It's stress, in my opinion, whether I'm working or not. Hmm. You know what? Janice says I went to Vegas for my birthday last week. Had an awesome time. That's what's up. Well, also, I'm glad that you had a good time on your birthday. I'm very glad, Janet, that you had a good time on your birthday because you deserve it. You deserve it. Trust me. Harry says she shouldn't pay until she gets her memories back. Even then, I think she now genuinely loves Ace. He's her whole world, or Esme wants to be loved. My guy is riding. My guy is riding for Esme. Listen, I want the real Esme to come back. Miss Keith said I was in Vegas when Steve Harvey used to do the Hoodie Awards. Yeah, I really want to go to Vegas. That's my second trip. My first trip is going to be the UK. I want to go to the UK and I want to go to a haunted hotel. That's my first trip. I want to go. It's the UK and a haunted hotel, and I want to live stream it. I want to live stream it. That's what I want to do. Darby says, how long was Cameron supposed to be in prison for? You got me, Darby. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the episode today, though. I did. Ravi says, "Wow, Hunter. Yeah, I want to go to. I want to go to a Hunter hotel, Val. I want to go to a Hunter hotel. I feel like it would be so fun. I mean, I'll probably be so creeped out that I just want to live stream it, but it'll be so fun, though. So fun." Freddie says, "I'm just laughing. Portia is just a big fool. She gives OF um what Ava and Taggart said about letting train. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at that and I'm just like, it's so stupid. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, let's put it this way. When I actually have to sit there and defend Spencer, there's a problem. There is a imbalance in the universe that needs to be corrected. Samuel says, I love how Weiner gave us a little clip of 2003. Weiner going back in the vault. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, Sam, that's what I appreciate. That's what I appreciate it. I wish I would have got those with May May. I wish I would have got those from May May, but yo, listen, when Nick threw his ass out the when Nick threw his ass out the plane, I was like, what am I watching? God says I don't like being scared. Oh, I love being scared to some extent. Now Nikisha, seriously, Nikisha says, "Right, I'm with you. I ain't paying nobody to scare me." Oh, you're not into scary movies, Nikisha? Harry says, "I would never pretend to be loyal to Brooke." Oh, again, so good for Taylor to let the claws come out. Okay, so okay. So well, obviously you're going to be more team Taylor than anything else, right? Well, yeah. I mean, you would, yeah. I could see you be more team Taylor. Maybe I'm wrong, Carries. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, Ariana says Portia is pushing Trina into Spencer's arms. You would think she would learn to stay in her lane by now. You would think so too. Like I said, Ariana, and Ariana, is that when I got to sit there and start defending Spencer, there's a problem. Because she was calling Spencer all sorts of names and being like, oh, he's a bad influence. And, he got my daughter in danger. And I'm like, listen, I don't like Spencer. But you are hella wrong in this situation. You are hella wrong in this whole in this whole situation. Simmer says, "Are you talking about? Oh, it's May me. Okay, thank you, Samuel. Thank you. Oh, Samuel, it's so good to have you back in the chat. May me. Carrie says, I don't like Taylor either, though, but I would side with Devil himself. I fig- I figured that, but I was like, you know what? Let me just double check. Let me just double check. Just as just as Jax said, I love you today, and I'm here for it. Listen, if we get more love in the afternoon, Jess, I'm here for it. But here's the thing, Jess. See, okay, now we have a problem now because how is Josh Smith saying that she loves Jax and she doesn't even really know him? Listen, I would be more team Jax than Sprina, but I mean, when at least with Sprina or whatever, it's like they love each other. It feels more sincere. As weird as that sounds, but this whole "I love you" thing just kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere. Someone said General Hospital is just meant to me right now. I will watch, but I'm not into a rush watching it. Hmm. Nikki said, interesting. Nikki said, I think psychological thrillers, but not hard horror. Being a mom of a black kids in America is scary enough. I have to. I got you. No, I got you. I got you. Trust me. Enough said. Okay, all right. I might be kind of heavy-handed with this. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to sit there and finish this whole thing now, because I don't let alcohol go to waste. Just as how does she not know him? Where's the proof? I'm just saying, Jess. Like, I feel like the "I love you" part just seemed like it came kind of fast. Um, it just seemed like it was a little fast. That's all. Nikisha, I'll say it again. What am I? Are you talking about the Sabrina thing? Play nice thing. Here's the thing, Nikisha. I will be fair when I feel like I obviously, I'm going to sit there and be fair. Um, listen. I got to give them his credit. I got to give them their credit. I got to give them their credit. You know me. I'm all about fairness. So, Curry says, "Oh, should I say fake Nicholas?" Yeah, yeah, no, I gotta be fair. I just feel like there's, what it is now. Just is there a time frame to say I love you? Jess, you know how much I love Jax, right? But Josh had okay. Let's put it this way, and I know I'm gonna sit there and probably miss some comments. So Josh has known Sunny all her life, right? She's ready to throw this man under the bus and practically say that I love Dex within under a month. Um, I don't know. I feel like to some extent, Jazz. I feel like there needs to be some rational. There needs to be some time frame with that. Just some time frame with that. I mean, they've known each other. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I feel like it might be a little bit too fast. It's a little too fast. Just in my personal opinion. You know. Listen, I will sit there and pick. I will pick Jax over Sabrina any day of the week. But if I'm sitting there looking at it from an organic point, um, as far as the love and stuff like that goes, I will sit there and seems like I guess Jess got some smoke with me tonight. Now, just says fast how please explain. I mean, what does she really know about Jackson's past? I mean, what does she really know about Jackson's past? Right? They talk, they have a good time. They obviously have a physical chemistry going on. Um, I just, it's hard to sit there and say. I just feel like it's very. I don't know. Marsha says Team Spring all the way. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. But all right, Valerie, I wouldn't go that far. But I don't know. Just the way that she's able to sit there and throw Sunny under the bus like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, she's not there saying, eh. Now Nikki said Josh doesn't even know Dex. Just says she had a conversation with him. He told her about his siblings. He's like surfing. He was in the military. Doesn't she need doesn't she need to know his mother's name? Mm. Now Samuel says Phyllis can't even play dead right. This woman jumped through hoops because she hated Diane, but at least Diane stayed dead. See, Samuel, you're missing the chat, and you do have a really good point. Lordy, 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 you have a good point. Darby says there's a chance that Dex could have a family connection to Pikeman. I mean, he was in the military, and why did he know about Pikeman? That kind of info not everyone knows. Very interesting. Oh, Andrew. Oh, yeah. No, I love horror movies. I love horror movies. Oh my God, I love horror movies. Now, Ariana says Josh doesn't know Dex. She doesn't even know if what he told her is true. She loves the action and the adventure. Carrie says Sunny needs to stop seeing and treating Jocelyn as much as Carly's daughter. He outraised her. He needs to see her as Jack, as Jack Spawn with a smart mouth. He always hated Jack so much, so Jack's so time to hate Jocelyn too. Damn. Oh, Becky D's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Becky D. My girl Becky D is back. How have you been? And this is taking forever. And click. Okay, hold on. Just says she does know Dex. They literally had a conversation about his life, and nothing wrong with. Oh no 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 no! No. You're not gonna find anything wrong with that last sentence. Just says, and where's the proof that she doesn't know him? How come I can find videos of where they discuss life? Hmm. Just says I have a point. I mean, here's the thing. I may feel like it's a little bit fast, but to be fair, in just defense, it's not like they didn't know each other for a short period of time. Like not that short. And I guess for some people, um, very good point, Andrea. I'm like, don't debate me on Jackson unless you have actual proof. No, 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 no. Jess, you got a point. You got a point. I guess, here's the thing. I guess when it comes to his love now, he's been around it for a year. Okay. All right. Well, then that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different, Jess. I kind of forgot how long, to be fair, Jess, I kind of forgot how long um he's been on the show for. Simeon says, this is why I never liked Phyllis. She hates other women literally for the same exact thing she does. Phyllis points the fingers at everyone or just tries to fix herself as a person. Okay, Simon, I got a question for you now. I got a question for you now. Now, maybe you can clarify this answer because for me, I look at Nina and I look at Phyllis the same. So, but you're a Phyllis, you're a Nina fan. So, why does it seem like you're more of a Nina fan, but when it comes to us Phyllis, um you don't like Phyllis, but you like Nina? Maybe you can clarify that answer for me because I don't really know that much about Phyllis, but from the stuff that I've seen, um, they seem very similar. Oh, Samuel says Phyllis is more like Carly. Okay. No, you know what, Jess, you got a point. It's been, yeah. If it's been a year, then yeah, that's totally fine. But for me, I thought it was shorter. I thought it was shorter than a year. I forgot how long he's actually been on the show. So yeah, okay, I gotta sit there and correct that. Now let's, my girl Jess is they coming with the facts though. I'm pretty sure she got the receipts. Um, Lashanta says Jess is actually Rory told Trina he loved her. Annette's in the chat. What's good, Annette? Um, that says how many classes have Josh attended and who wants Josh to be a DR? I mean, yeah, DR. Annette, how you doing tonight? Now, Kyrie says Josh needs to know Dex doctor name, where the last time he went to the clinic. She's always so eager to spread a hope their breakup. Oh, damn. Tyrese is coming in with the goddamn smoke tonight, and I love it. Anna B's in the chat. Was good, Anna B. Thank you for joining. In case that the reason I feel like Josh doesn't know Dex is because we, as the audience, don't know Dex. He's been there for a year and plenty of screen time, but we only know simple things about him. You know what? Just to be kind of fair, I do wish that we know more about um, Dex. I really do. Really do wish that we actually know more about him. But it's not like they didn't. It's like Justice. It's not like they didn't actually sit there and talk and had a conversation about their likes and their interests and stuff like that. You know. Samuel says so. When Phyllis came to Genoa City in 1994, she drugged Danny to make him believe they had. Oh, okay, all right, okay, yeah. You know what? I'm not. Thank you, Samuel, because I feel like I wasn't too sure. That's why I'm sit there and double check with you. That does seem like a lot of that does seem like a lot of Carly right there. Okay. Thank you, Samuel. Andrew says, I hope you like junk food, Albert, and Bob Evans and Bob Evans. I don't, I mean, I like Evans sausages. Portia says Phyllis was a mess back in, yeah, she sounded like she was a mess back in the day. Jess said, crazy how Jax does other things, yet people complain all they do is, yeah, you know, Jess, they don't. Now, because I'm kind of tipsy, I'm going to sit there and say this. I know it's going to bother some people in this chat. I still love y'all all. I'm going to sit there and say this. I'm going to sit there and say this again. Jess and a lot of other people, the reason why people always come at, and this is what I'm going to sit there and say. It happened multiple times. Listen, first of all, there's nothing wrong with loving the afternoon. All right? So stop shaming those two for snipping there knocking boots. Number two, I'm just going to sit there and say this. Don't hate me, everyone, or you can hate me. I don't care. Um, I feel like people. I feel like the people that always sit there and say that all they do is have sex. And I really need to stop saying that word because I feel like this video is going to get demonetized. Um, or get a yellow dot at the very best. Now, just says, do people not get that couples? Well, I mean, yes, I get it, but I don't understand why other people don't get it. I would say this much, though. I will say this much. I feel like the people that come at them for quote unquote having knocking boots too much are Sabrina fans. And let's be honest, Sabrina ain't knocking boots. Okay? They're doing well, they're not knocking boots. And I feel like because they're not knocking boots, it's like, oh, let's throw shade at Jax because they're knocking boots. You know, it's like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I don't write the show. The Jax fans don't write the show. That's just how it is. And I feel like there's a certain level of, I don't want to say jealousy, but I don't know what to call it. There, I said it. It's shade. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. No, it's shade. That's what it is. Becky D said you can safely say having relations. Yes. Thank you, Becky D. Having relations. Having lots and lots and lots of relations. CW says Albert Phyllis ran down Paul and Christina with her car, which is why Paul and Christina had. Oh, damn. Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. All right. You're right, Nication. You're right. Not all. Let me correct that. Not all Springer fans. Not all Springer fans. There's a lot of Springer fans. Not all of them. And you know what, Nication? Yes. No. To be fair, because I know here's the thing. I know that some people have said that Springer fans are are very mean on Twitter, and that's not true out there. So you're right. Thank you for correct communication. But yeah, damn that. Yo, Phyllis was just oh. Simmons is still not classified if Phyllis killed Sasha Green or not. Sasha Green is who helped Phyllis fake Daniel's paternity. Yo, Phyllis was damn. Phyllis was something else back in the day. Darby says, but Phyllis, like Carly, has a history of having male enablers like Nick or Carly case like Jason or Sonny. Very interesting. Okay, all right. So I can start to see more of the Carly and Phyllis part. Okay, and now I can see why you don't like Phyllis, Samuel. Samuel says you can pull the clips of Phyllis running down. Paul. Okay, Samuel, I'm actually going to do that. Thank you, Samuel. Harry says it's not even just the X that they have, which I never really enjoy watching them. Is a constant. Yeah, that Kyrus, yes, I will 100% agree with you on that. I would definitely 100% agree with you on that. No, Casey, I understand why it has to be me. It has to be me, one or the other. It doesn't have to be Sabrina fans against Jets fans. Alyssa said, "Who said that? Not me. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I'm just sitting up there sipping my wine." Sammy says Phyllis was trash and still. um, I love how Alyssa came in there was like, "Who said that? Who said that?" No, no, no. I want, Alyssa. I will sit there. I do like that. Alyssa came into the chat. It's like, "Who said that? Hmm? Who said that? Who want these hands?" I like that, Alyssa. I like that. I feel like we're about to sit there. Like he said, I was. Of course not. I don't want smoke from Melissa. I'm good for right now. And that says, "Where's Phyllis' sister?" Phyllis has a sister. Ariana says, "Oh, Phyllis was just a younger version of who she is now." You damn right, Nikisha. I said that. I was like, I didn't say that. I'm just sitting there sipping on my damn wine. Melissa says that's not true. That Sabrina fans aren't mean. Yeah, I don't know who said that. I have no idea who said that. Pretty sure it was somebody in the chat. Denise says, "I feel like those who complain about couples having excellent are getting any." Oh, Denise. Also, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And you know what? Yes, you do have a point. Just saying. Well, no, listen, I have no idea who said that. I don't know. I'm a little tipsy right now, so I have no idea who said that. Must have been some random. Curry says here is one thing about YNR writers that I don't even when the characters are proven wrong, when they accuse someone like Ashley was so Diane Kid yet didn't even. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Kyrie's. Did you see today's episode with my girl bougie ass Nikki? She couldn't even be bothered to sit there and say she couldn't even be bothered to sit there and she still sat there and came. She couldn't be bothered to sit there and say she was wrong, and she still came after Diane. I'm like, boo, you are rich. What are you complaining about? Miss Key says, all I want to know is if Albert has his tux ready for Nina's wedding. Oh yeah, no, I definitely do. First, that you want to talk about mean is the Jacks fans. Jacks fans are mean at all. People bash Joss all day. That's true, Jess. You know, to be fair, I do bash Joss. I do. Andrea says I like Bob Evans, Rise and Shine preference. Yeah, if I can put it in the microwave or on the fryer for a few minutes. Um, Simeon says I'm always going to have beef with. I'm always going to have beef with Phyllis, just like I'm always going to have beef with Carly. I think Carly is a hybrid of Jill and Phyllis. Jill and Phyllis was Carly prototypes. You're welcome, G. YNR is a soap about hypocrites daring apologizing. And that says Trina is beautiful and smart. I mean, yeah. I don't know. To be fair, I feel like a lot of times when it really comes down to it, it's like me and Sunny will never say I do. It's weird for me because I don't normally talk about Trina, right? Like, well, I don't normally talk about Trina in a very negative way. The minute that I sit there and give a bit of criticism towards Trina, it's like it's like World War V. Um, and it does get to a point where it gets kind of annoying. And it's like we can drag Josh through the mud all day, but let somebody sit there and say that Trina was being annoying, and it's like, oh, what are you talking about? That does get kind of annoying, to be honest. CW says Josh keeps proving every day that she is her father's daughter. Well, she's also her mother's. She's just like her mother. Marsha says I like Billy Miller. What a great act. What is he doing with himself now? Denise says I'm out walking my dog. When I get home, I'm going to have some wine myself. Yes, we're gonna cheers this wine. Just say yeah. Yeah, say anything negative about Trina or Spencer and it'll be over. It's more, Spencer will get a lot of smoke, right? So people are mostly used to talking about Spencer. Spencer is an asshole, but people defend him. I don't know why. I don't understand why either, Jess. I stopped trying. I stopped trying like there's no tomorrow. But when it comes towards Trina, it's like if you say an ounce, Spencer Simon says, why don't you like no, Simon, it's not has nothing to do with I don't like Trina. Okay. Um it has nothing to do with I don't like Trina. If I criticize Trina in any well, I mean, no, Marsha, that's the thing though. The comment apparently is so bad that it skips the other wars. It's so big that it literally skips every other war. Now, when I sit there and say that I talk about, Trevor says Spencer is also misunderstood. Yeah, I don't really know about that. But when I sit there and say when I talk about Trina, like if I sit there and say, well, you know what, Trina was being kind of annoying the other day when she kept sitting there. I felt like she was whining personally about the paternity test. Not saying Trina's a bad person, but if I sit there and say that Trina was being annoying, like she was annoying me, It's like, yeah, exactly, Jess. Um, it's like it's World War V, and I don't think that people understand that I have nothing against Trina, but I criticize every character a certain way. But apparently, it's like you can't really sit there and um say anything. Like even if it's something that's me, trust me, I go a lot harder on characters. Just says Spencer is good, yeah, Josh is the worst person ever. Give me a break. Hmm. I agree with that, Jess. This may be an ass, but at least he's loyal. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. To some extent, Alyssa, to some extent, you have a point, but I'm also just like, I don't know which one I can tolerate more, though. You know, like don't get me wrong, I was not a fan of the way that she broke up with Cam because she didn't. Here's the thing: she didn't just break up with Cam. There was a certain level of coldness to her, right? Now, to some extent, yeah, Alyssa has a point. She can be, well, wow. The problem with Spencer is that like you said, he can be an ass. And yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, Jess. Yeah, he gets to a point where he becomes nearly unwatchable, right? For me personally, he becomes nearly unwatchable. Ariana says, as a viewer, you have to call it exactly, exactly, and that's the thing, though. So, like, when I do sit there and say anything about Trina, no matter how big or small, people take it to the extent like I'm sitting there hating her or something, and it's like, no, I don't hate Trina. Trina is actually pretty low on my radar. Trina is actually pretty low on my radar, but I will sit there and call out behavior no matter what it is, though. Harry says, I know a button I'm going to hit. I see the writing on the wall. Yeah, Alyssa, but to be fair, Spencer is much more of a brat, though. And the sad thing is, here's the thing, it's not even just me that have actually said that, though. You know, it's not even just me that's actually said that. There's been other people. Now, Johnson says, it's called constructive criticism. I'm going to highlight that, right? And that's it's sad world, just some hate. It's a sad world to just hate someone. But no, and Johnson says it's called constructive criticism, which is very true. It's literally constructive criticism. And there's been times again that I've sat there and defended Spencer, especially when it comes towards Portia. Marcia says any human being can be sad when someone is dying. Marcia says Trina knew Rory was a good, but her heart was with Spencer. She cried because he told her he loved her, and she felt guilty. Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, it's called constructive criticism. Jesus Christ. Anyway, enough about that. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. Travoy says, Albert, have you been in love with someone despite his or her? Well, it depends on the problem is it depends on how big the flaws are with your voice. It depends on how big the flaws are. Because, there's flaws and then there's just things that I just can't sit there and deal with, you know? And certain flaws, it's not even so much about flaws, right? So let's just sit there and look at this as a whole. And I said I don't mean Albert hate. I mean, talking about. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I agree with that. And I sit there and I look at it, right? I look at Spencer and Trina, like I look at Xander and Sarah, right? Spencer wants to sit there and change. And glad you're back, Solomon. Spencer wants to sit there and change. And Marshall was like, you have to change for the right reasons. You have to change because you want to be a better person. Not because you want to be a better person to Trina, but you want to be a better person in general. I think that's a great thing. I just don't know if Spencer's going to um I don't know if Spencer's really gonna sit there and take that advice. You got Xander that wanted to change with Sarah. And I'm like, you messed up in general. And what Sarah messed up was Sarah was like, I thought that my love would change you. If the change isn't real, it's not gonna last. And I just feel like it's a very exhausting thing. Roy said becoming a better person is always easier said than done. And I'm not saying it's not, Tavoy's. I'm saying that if you want to change, you have to change for the right reasons. You can't change because you love someone. You have to change because you want to love yourself. Justice says, do you think Gwen will meet up with Harrison next week? I'm going to be honest. I feel like Harrison is very straightforward, like no shooter, no games. And I feel like Gwen is a little bit too messy for him. Like Harrison kind of comes across as Jason a lot, and I feel like he's a very logical person, and I just don't see Harrison being with with Gwen. I don't see that. I don't see that. That'd be interesting, but and to be fair, I do feel like Gwen deserves better than Xander. So Justice is what about Harrison and Sarah? Yeah, that I can see working. That I can see working, Jonathan, because I feel like they're both very level-headed. That I can see working. That I can see working. And that said, Trina is beautiful just the way God made her. Her color has nothing to do with anything. Um, okay. I don't know who said, okay. Travoy says Spencer needs to be himself, and if others hate him, screw them. Well, what I'm saying, Travoy, is that um, if he's going to change for himself. Don't change because of somebody else. Because if you got your girl that's constantly sniffing your checking every 5 minutes to try to calm you down, to make sure that um, you don't fly off the handle, that's exhausting. And that's why I sat there and I looked at Trina. I'm just like, you shouldn't have to be sitting there checking him every 5 minutes. Like, that's ridiculous. And it says I'm supposed to be white and have no problem. Okay, okay, what is, all right. I feel like I missed some stuff in the chat. Also, I'm sorry if I missed a lot of people's comments. Freddie says, y'all be careful out here. Seriously, I just saw a person flew out in the air getting hit by a truck. Jesus, that was awful. I hope I'll be all right. A bunch of ambulances. Did I miss something in the chat? Andre, I figured you didn't hate. Did I miss something in the chat? Because I feel like, yeah, no, that is awful. Did I miss something in the chat, though? Because Yeah, Samuel says, I think I missed my point. And then Marshall says, Spencer is Hispanic and Trina is black. Two people of color. I don't. All right, so clearly I missed something. And this is taking forever. Um, ooh, Shakira's in the chat, and it's not letting me. Shakira, what's good, Shakira? Thank you for joining. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? How have you been? Marsha says, maybe we all have missed the point. Now I LOL. Not tonight. It's actually really funny, Spike. Quick. When I was thinking about that, I thought about your comment. You was like, make sure you don't have um work the next day. So I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe if I do that, it's gonna be um when I don't actually have work the next day. It's good to see you though. Trevor says, I believe NAP is half white, has Spanish. I seen his mama, she is white. Yeah, I haven't. I'm always very nervous when people sit there and start talking about color and race. Anna Pop is in the chat. What's good, Anna Pop? I mean, Ann Pop. How are you doing tonight, Ann? I saw you in the chat. I saw you in the chat. I think like yesterday or this week. So it's actually good to see you again. And what did you think of the soaps? Which one is your favorite? What are you watching? That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Shakira. Freddie says, yeah, the neighbors all said they knew that person is getting crazy. Have a good night, Freddie. Yeah, that's rough. You have a great night, Freddie. Or as good as a night as you can actually have. Now I'm thinking about that. Damn. I can't even sit there and say like have a good night because of what just happened, but oof, I'm here for you if you want to talk. Anne says I watched General Hospital. Okay, so what do you think of General Hospital Jam? Lashanta says Phyllis might as well call Avery or Amanda. Wait, they got an Avery? No, 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 no. Lashanta, I mean, they got an Avery? Is there an Avery in The Young and the Restless? I'm very curious about that now. Trevor says Spencer will be better off playing solitary. I feel like there's a dirty joke in there somewhere, and I'm not going to say it. Um, much as I do not like to talk about race, but sometimes it's thrown in Albert. At 69, I would not hold my pain back, but oh no, 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 no! I was just, I didn't know. Here's the thing, Marsha. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw people sitting there talking about race, so I was like, you know how it is, Marsha. Whenever you sit there and talk about race, um, it's a very divided subject. So I just want to make sure people weren't, because you know how it is. People sit there and it is very serious. But wow, 69, damn. Do not hold back. CW says Avery is Phyllis' sister. Oh, okay. Joshua says is a sister. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, CW. I was like, yo, who is Avery? Hmm, very interesting. Freddie says appreciate Albert and yeah, yeah, of course, Freddie. Of course. No, seriously, I'm always here. So you can always hit me up on email, and we'll sit there and talk. That goes for anyone. That literally goes for anyone. Marsha says Phyllis' sister name was Avery, and she went with Steve Burton when they was on YNR. She was so pretty, and I think she's a lawyer. Okay, you know what, Marsha? I'm gonna have to look up this Avery chick then. I have to look up this Avery chick. This Avery lady. Okay, let me have a little more respect. Maybe tipsy, but still do have manners. And that says, I just like my stories and enjoy every second of them. No, me too. Me too, and that. Trust me. When it comes to its entertainment, it's very important. And this is something that my guy James always sits there and says. When it comes to its entertainment and just how important it is, and he's not wrong. And this is taking forever. Andrew says, I missed something, Albert. Who can you see Harris with? Oh, Sarah. Sarah Horton. Which, to be honest, I feel bad for him, but whatever. John says I'm going to close out. Hope to be. I'm going to close out now. Hope to be with all you again. Okay. Have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us. This was great. Um, I hope I get to see you on Monday. Also, you know what? Listen, because I didn't sit there and actually really promote this too much, which I got to start doing more. Also, Jonathan and everyone else, if you're not a member, join the membership. We we do Saturdays and Sundays. It's very chill. Ask anyone that has a little member badge on there. Have a really great time, and I definitely encourage people to join. Why is it? No, I'm dying. CW says Albert. Her full name is Avery Bailey Clark. She was also romantically involved with Nick. Damn, Nick was getting around. Yo, is it anyone that Nick actually hasn't been with? I'm very curious about that. Like seriously, the minute that you said that she was with Nick, I was like, yo, who has Nick not been with? And says I think Josh would try and turn the video into Sunny. Turn and the police Turn the video into the police of Sunny. Michael will try and stop her. Sunny will forgive Nina of her wrongdoing. Carly will get angry and turn Sunny in. My sad conclusion. I seriously hope that's not the case, especially about Sunny just sitting there, um, just acting like that's just not a big deal. Shakira says, "Was Wino?" No, Shakira Wino is actually good. Wino is actually good. Um, I did enjoy Wino. Jimmy says Spencer, the actor, is Hispanic and white, but on the show he is a white guy. So with them being an interracial couple, the writers were very slow and careful with building them as a viable couple. Jimmy says Nick is a thought. Nick is a thought. That is why him judging Nate is hypocritical. No, Gemini, there's another word that we call male thoughts, right? They call it himbos. They call it himbos. That is slang for male bimbos. So if we're gonna call Nick a thought, let's just call him a himbo. Okay. Now Lashanta says Elena. Okay, I probably missed your comment. I'm sorry. Uh, and that says Steve went on a mission and left Sharon. Andrea says, and this is taking too long. Good night, fellas. Have a good night. Oh, good night, Freddie. Never mind. I was wondering what that was. Shakira says, when all when all week or just today's episode? For the most part, all week. Shakira. It was actually pretty good. Yes, Gemini, a hembo. Okay, this is a terminology that I want people to sit there and not just know. But when we're gonna sit there and call men hoes or hoes, let's be creative about it, okay? We're gonna call them hembos. And this is taking so long to get to. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Oh, I'm done. Oh, hold on. Have a good night, Nikisha. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Marshall. Stay safe. It was really good to see both of you. And I hope I get to see you in the next one. Here says my roommate just got hit by. Oh, wow. Jesus. Here says my mom roommate just got hit by a car as well. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. That's right, Kyrie. She is the fan favorite. She is the queen. Darby says class dismissed. And that says, oh, I forgot. Thank you, Chris. Send him off, right? I think you're talking to somebody else. Hold on. Oh, no. No. We got another 7 minutes. And also, I still have more of my cups. It is not ending yet, Kyries. Have a good night, Shakira. Thank you for joining. No. It is not ending yet. Yeah, we good. Oh, I do hope, Paris, I do hope your mom's roommate is gonna be okay though. It is a very, very scary thing. Um, I say that with experience. It's a very scary thing. But see, when it happened to me, I had a very hot date, and I didn't miss that hot date, even though that oh, screw it, I'll say it here. I got hit by a car. It wasn't bad, but I should have probably went to the hospital. Instead, I didn't, and wound up going on that date because hormones. Um, but Tamara says I'm signing off a bit. Have a good night, Tamara. Thank you for joining. And that says I'm doing a Steve Burton until 11 a.m. The Young and Restless. And that says I'm doing a Steve Burton until 11 a.m. The Young and Restless time. I'm not really too. What does that mean? I wouldn't understand that reference in that. Andrea says I talked to Albert away from here. He is a very sweet person and a very awesome person also. Well, thank you, Andrea. Fly Quick says I'm back. Just finished watching Friday Night SmackDown. Just said what? No way. No way. What? I don't. Oh, you mean about me hit? You mean about me getting hit by a car? Yes. 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 That is very true. But just in my defense, she was actually pretty hot. I'm not joking about that, Jess. I'm being dead ass serious. So, but you have a great night, Jonathan. Spike Rick says, "What You got ran over." Yeah. Yeah, Spike Rick. I got hit by a car. Um, at this really hot date, and yeah. Curry says I got hit by a car when I was 10. Oh wow, damn! I'm sorry to hear that. Curry, I'm well. I'm very grateful that you're still here. I will sit there and say that I'm very grateful that you're still here. I'm also sorry that that happened, but I'm grateful that you're still here. Oh, it's fine. Oh, I'm okay. I should have went to the hospital or at least to a doctor. Like he says, who's your date or the person who hit you? This was a while ago. This was back when I was in college. Um, this was back when I was in college. I don't know the person that hit me. I was just like, man, I got to really get to this date. I did have some pains though, if I'm going to be honest. I did have some pains. She was really hot. She was really hot though. So Gemini says Himbo list Sonny, Curtis, Nicholas, and Jax. Gemini, I love that list. I love that list. No, seriously, I love that list. Jess says, damn, that was a while ago. Are you talking about okay, Jess, are you talking about me or are you talking about Kyrie's? I'm very curious about that. Inquiring minds want to know. And by inquiring minds I mean me. Lashanta says, is Abe going to be found? Tracy says, thank you for another amazing night. Thank you, Tracy, for joining. Thank you, Tracy, for joining. Also, Becky says, oh, okay, so it was your date. That was oh yeah, no, she was oh yeah, no, Jess, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But yeah, I should actually went to the I should have went to the doctor. I should have. But you have a great night, Tracy. I should have went to the doctor. But I didn't. She was hot. Also, um, yeah, no, she was hot. So I didn't. You know, honestly, tell you the truth, okay, just to sit there and have a little bit of confession time. I was in a bit of pain afterwards. It wasn't like life-threatening pain, but I should have actually went to the hospital though. But guys in their okay, some guys in their hormones just not gonna let that happen. Tracy said Albert was in the hospital a day, I think. Yeah, Tracy, I would. And trust me, that's bad. No one should never sit there and pick a date over the hospital. I'm just going to sit there and put that disclaimer out there right now. That's what I did because, you know, hormones. Last day says, since we're telling times we got injured by a vehicle, I ran into a tree when I was 8 years old on my door buggy. On my dune buggy, I had concussion and a blackout, but thankfully it wasn't worse than that. I'm glad it wasn't worse than last day because um, actually do like you. I think you're a really cool person, and I'm actually Doom Buggy. Wow, I gotta sit there and look up those Doom Buggy stuff. Gemini says Himbo list Billy, Victor, Nick, Nate Jr., Devon, Jack, Tucker, and Neil. Oh, I love a good Himbo list. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, CW. Really, Andrew. Well, I mean, were you LOL into the fact that I decided to sit there and go out with a hot girl over my health or the Himbo list? Because Carrie says night was an epic stream. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. No, this was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. This is. I always sit there and say this. This is what I generally do really enjoy the most within my nights. I definitely do always enjoy these the most, and it's funny too, because um, Kyrie, she was a part of that. So thank you. My dad was sitting there asking me, when am I actually going to sit there and do YouTube full time? I'm like, hopefully soon. Tracy says I got hit by a car. It takes a day or two to feel it. Yeah, I definitely feel it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't well that night, but I felt like the hormones kind of took over. I'll be honest. I felt like I was like, you know what? She's hot, so that took away the pain. And then the next 2 days, I was like, man, I should have went to the hospital or at least to a doctor. Have a good night, Lashanta. Thank you for joining. Hope I get to see you in the next stream. Also, like my good buddy James always said, say join the membership because I will be listening to the same people this week. We are going to get into it. Um, we're going to get into some stuff. I feel like maybe I should sit there and do another confession. Kyrie says, "Good night. Have a good night, Kyrie. Thank you for joining, my friend. Kyrie, it was really good to have you in the chat. Also, you're a really good backup. So, you're my guy for that. Last day says, yeah, it was bad. It was a bad injury. That's why even though I'm 21 years old now, I'm still scared to drive after the. Oh no, I don't blame you. Last day. That's the type of trauma that you know you got to sit there and really go through it, and you got to do it when you do it. Tracy says, Albert, by inquiry minds, I mean me. No, I don't. Well, I'm trying to look for that last part. You said by inquiry minds, I mean me. What does that mean, Tracy? I don't understand. Oh, well, I mean, this weekend I'm definitely gonna be snicked there. We're gonna be talking about it. Gemini says Himbo, Liz, Ridge, Liam, Bill, Eric for sure, and Deacon. I actually really do love that Himbo list. You know, if you take nothing away from this live stream, take Ninarisms and Himbo, okay? Because to be honest, it is Himbo season, okay? It is Himbo season. So, ladies, protect your hearts and your wallets. Protect your hearts and your wallets because it is Himbo season out there. Andrea says, you're very welcome, Albert. It is Himbo season. Lord B says, again, I have to take your word on Ban B guy. Hmm? Lord B says, again, I have to take. Okay. Jason says, you have 3 days to go to the hospital. Yeah, no. You're right. I mean, just to be fair, I should have went to the hospital like um oh damn, I still have my alcohol. Okay, I gotta finish this. Um I should have went to the hospital before 3 days. I should have probably went to the hospital that night, but I didn't because, well, I was thinking with the wrong part of my body, so I didn't do that. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Denise says it's wine time. Denise, and, I was gonna sit there and say pretty much almost every night is wine time, which is really bad. Um, but yeah, Denise says no, it's definitely wine time. What the hell was I actually gonna sit there and say now? I can't remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, Denise, for better or worse, it's usually wine time. But also, thank you, Denise, because I actually have to get more wine tomorrow. I feel like I'm pronouncing your name wrong. To be fair, I felt like I've been pronouncing your name wrong all night, and I am sorry for that. I am very bad with names. Although it does say Denise, it feels like it says Denise. Let me know if I actually get your name right. I'm gonna try to sit there and say something positive without spilling wine on me. But she says I went to the doctor the same day when I got hit by my car, only because my mom insisted. She was right. Pain kicked in the next day. Yeah, no, mine was slightly pain, but I wasn't really thinking about the pain until the next day. Have a good night, Laura B. Thank you for joining. Oh, Laura B, you're a member again. Yeah, how drunk was I? How tipsy was I? But you have a great night, Laura B. I hope I get to see you this weekend. We're going to get into it. Also, if you're not a member, join the members. We do have a lot of fun. Um, we talk about certain things that we don't usually talk about in here. With inside information, I spilled the tea. Andrew says, I hope A realized sooner rather than later that, oh yeah, fake Paulina. Yeah, fake Paulina. Denise said, it is Denise. No, okay. To be fair, Denise, well, on a serious note, I am actually really bad with names. So um, it's actually really nice to get a name right. I feel like it was Denise. To be fair, I actually have been having a lot of wine, but I thought it was Denise though. I want to make sure, and I'm actually very happy. Tracy says, I love your honesty. Thank you. Tracy says, have you thought about coming to James meetup in July? Probably not, because I'm not going to be in that area. I do wish him luck though. And honestly, tell you the truth, Tracy, I want to sit there and see how his meetup is. Because to be fair, I'm thinking about doing a meetup myself. I'm thinking about actually doing a meetup myself though. Tracy, James always inspires me in some sort of way. And when he was talking about, him doing a meetup, I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of a cool idea. Like if you're in the New York area, for like members and stuff like that, we'll definitely do a meetup. Oh hell, well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying. I'm actually gonna sit there and stop saying what I'm thinking about right now. 'Cause I feel like the next couple words out of my mouth is gonna be very inappropriate. Denise's last name is, and that might be. Oh yeah, no, that's that's why I felt safer Smith is saying Denise because I was like, at least with Denise, I know um how to say it. Also, I really hate butchering people's last names. That's why I didn't say your last name. Also, it's actually really good to sit there and see you in a live stream though. Because I'm always sitting there telling people during my reviews to come to the live stream. Because I'm just like, there's a lot of times I don't always do YNR or days. I'm like, come to the live stream. Or if I miss something. Becky D says, Becky D, I had to sit there and kind of stop myself. I really did because I'm already know what I'm thinking in my head. So I was like, let's just not say it out loud. I was like, let's just not say it out loud. Miss Key says, do it at Central Park Summer Stage. Yeah. Um, I was thinking about like maybe doing. Yeah. Well, that's actually another good idea. Miss King. I was also thinking about like doing it at like a lounge or whatever. I feel like that'd be really cool. You know, I feel like we get like a table. We'll sit there and hang out. We'll have a couple of drinks. But I never went to Central Park's Summer Stage. Tracy said, "Did you get the other person information insurance?" No, Tracy, I didn't because I was too busy sitting there thinking about my damn hormones. Tracy says, "Are you doing your meetup at a wine bar or lounge?" No, Tracy, I want to do it at a lounge. I want to do it at a lounge. I want to pick like a nice little chill lounge. We'll all hang out. We'll have a really great time. And I think it'd be really fun. Guys, like Buzz. Oh, okay. Denise Guz. Denise Guzdo. Guzdo? Denise Guzdo? Is that actually how you pronounce your last name? Guzdo? This case says frame bowling sport at the Port Authority check-in. Check it out. Okay, I will. Oh, Jess, you're still in the chat. I was actually wondering if you're still in the chat. Jess says frame bowling lounge is super lit. I went with some coworkers. Frame bowling lounge is super lit. I might like that, Jess. I feel like maybe like a little lounge or a bar would have to be kind of very chill. Like if you want to sit there and come, if you want to sit there and come through, that'd be pretty cool. Also, yeah, I think I said this yesterday, Jess, and not to sit there, okay, and not to sit there and pressure you, but I think it'd be cool if you actually joined, if you joined us for the membership day. It'd be a lot of fun. The Keisha's in there, um, Reese is in there, and we have a lot of fun. And there's things that we don't necessarily sit there and talk about in here that we do in the live stream. So I think you actually have a really good time, Jess. I know I said that yesterday, and I didn't want to sit there and pressure you, and also I was actually kind of tipsy, to be honest. Andrew says the hembo list, Albert. Yes, I love the hembo list. Male bimbos, goddamn male bimbos. Plus, you learn a little bit. Well, you learn a little bit more about me that I don't always sit there and say in the live stream here, for better or worse. So I'll sit there and say that much, Jess. But yes, Andrea, the hembo list. Ladies, protect your hearts. It's hembo season. I'm not even gonna sit there and say it's cuffing season. It's literally hembo season. Um, Tracy says a meetup sounds. Yeah, no, that's I was thinking about that for a while, Tracy. I was. I think I was to tell you, true, Tracy. I think a lot of people are pretty cool, so I wouldn't actually have a problem meeting them in like real life and stuff. You know, and most people that I sit there and think is really chill. I do tend to follow them on different social medias. Just says, how do I do it? I will. I'll message you on Twitter. So just look out. Just look out for a Twitter message. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, if you just go to any one of my videos and under description, like when you hit description, it's going to sit there and say join. So you just go to any one of my videos, and when it says description above like the video, it will point you to well, once you hit the description box, it will sit there and say join. But I'll message you and send you a screenshot though. I'm just saying, like I think you would actually have a really good time, and I think you'd be actually, well, to be honest, I think you'd be really good for the group. So you're fun, you chill, and you don't act like a total nut job like some other people that I've seen in the chat from time to time. No offense to anyone else, and most people are chill, but some people kind of take this a little bit too far. I'll sit there and say, you're not one of them. So I'm way, I'm getting way too tipsy because I am just being way too honest. Well, how many likes we actually have? Okay, we got 30. All right, that's good. Tracy says I stay butchering people last. Oh yeah, no, Tracy, I stay butchering people's names in general. I just not just last names. I mean names in general. Except for Nikisha. I don't know. I feel like Nikisha is something that I can easily mispronounce, but for some odd reason, Andrea says Days of Our Lives. Oh yes, thank you, Andrea. Yes, I do got my Days of Our Lives review. Um, that I'm actually gonna put out. What is the battery power? Okay, so we got a little bit of time, and I'm not exactly done yet. Becky D to my face usually hurts after I get off. Thank you, Becky D. No, we always have a great time. We generally have a great time in these live streams, which I love. Okay, I always feel like they're the best part of my day, and I do actually have some personal time, have some vacation time, and like Spider Quick was there saying, like, one day I want to sit there and do a 4 hour live stream. I think for me, part of the scary thing is not actually having enough material, right? I can sit there, I've built myself up where I can sit there and talk for 2 hours, which um, is not as easy as it looks. Okay, but trying to do 4 hours, like I give it to a lot of streamers that can actually do this for 4 hours, even though they don't actually have regular jobs, most of them. But Tracy says I like lounges. Yeah, I think it'll be really cool. I think it'd be really cool. Um, I think it'd be really cool. So that's something I definitely want to sit there and do. Have a little chill lounge. We'll have a great time. Hmm, you know, 'cause here's the thing. I keep sitting there talking about it, but I actually haven't sat there and like wrote it down and like have a date and stuff. Hmm. And just say, yeah, but yeah, no, I gotta thank you. Because I want to do on the Days of Our Lives review, right? And then I got a phone call from, well, I can't really sit there and say I got a phone call from. But we were chopping it up or whatever about soaps and stuff. And then right after I want to do my review on, well, then I want to watch B&B. But because of that, I didn't get a chance to really put up my review. Like, I'll put it out a little bit later on. I don't know. Days of Our Lives reviews are just not hitting for me. Um, and there's a reason for that, and it's not even a bad reason, but there's a reason for that. GH for the most part tend to usually do the best. Every once in a blue moon, B&B will actually blow it away, but for the most part, GH has been very consistent, which is really surprising. Miss Casey, heck, this group will have you going like in Judge Bundy. You know how it can go from the soaps. Yes, you know, and I love that, Jim. I love that, Miss Key. I love that. Um, See, here's the thing. You know, somebody asked me a while back. It was like, well, which one do you actually like doing more? Do you like doing streaming or do you like doing videos? And even though this week we've had some drama in the chat, and I wound up doing a video about it. We had some drama in the chat. I still love doing live streams, right? I still love doing live streams. I'm still new at it, and sometimes I do feel like I can be a little too nice. You know, I feel like I could be a little bit too nice. Because I generally do love I generally do love pretty much the majority of the people in the chat, right? But some people tend to get a little bit too emotional when it comes to these characters. And I get it, you know, to some extent. It's like, you know, listen, that's their thing. But I think what was really cool on, I think it was like, was it Wednesday? Oh, it was Thursday. Is that the issues that I had with certain people, they got resolved, and I loved that. I don't know which one I actually love doing more because I feel like both of them have their strengths. You know, if I do a review, people can sit there and watch it whenever they want. If I do a little short, people can sit there and watch it whenever they want. But I love that they're doing a live stream because if I don't know something, I learn. You know, like even with Spencer, and again, I'm not a fan of Spencer, but I want to doing a live stream this week. There were certain things that I kind of understood why Spencer acts the way he acts. I mean, I have agreed with it, but I understood it though. So all in all, it was good. All right. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get some more tomorrow. As much as I would love to sit there and stay on here more, I'll come back a little bit later on. I do have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, which I hate doing. I hate doing for a lot of reasons because it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I do get to get out early enough where I have to rush the day to myself. But with that being said, I'm gonna go. I do want to thank everyone for joining us. This was a lot of fun. For Friday night, I I deeply do appreciate every single person in the chat because y'all could have been doing any other thing on a Friday night. And y'all chose to sit there and hang out with me. And that means the world to me. It does. Not not to sit there and get all teary eyed, but that means the world to me though. Becky G says it's a good thing. You can do both. I love being here for your live stream, but when I miss, I can always check your recorded content. Thank you. Thank you, Becky G. No, I love both of them. I love both of them. They're both very fun. Um I guess I can see both. I can see good aspects to both of them. I think that's why I really love both. But I feel like in time I'm probably gonna sit there and probably love one more than the other. Have a good night, Gemini. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Becky D. Thank you. Have a good night, Andrea. Thank you for joining. Um, have a good night, Jess. Thank you for joining. I will sit there and send you that email. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Have a good night, Jess. Thank you for joining. I will sit there and hit you up after I'm done with the stream. So just look out for that. But thank you, Becky D. Thank you. No, it was really good to say. It was really good to say you that. Friday nights, I know people could be doing other things. So the fact that you are here, hmm, to be honest, it warms my heart, and it just I love it. I love doing this, and the fact that people are here means the world to me. So thank you so much. Anyway, if I feel like if I keep sitting there saying thank you, I'm probably going to get all misty eyed. So, and I did sit there and say that one of my rules was I was not going to sit there and cry on camera. Just not going to do it. There's a reason for it, but I'm not drunk enough to actually say what that reason is. So, but I will see everyone else on Monday for the members. I will see y'all tomorrow. If you're not a member, go under the description box and hit the join button. $4.99. We go in. We go in, and trust me, when I sit there and say it's worth it, it is worth it. But have a good night, everyone. I love each and every single one of y'all. If I have not told y'all that enough, and I'll see y'all soon. Have a good night, Anna Pop. Have a good night, Ann Pop. Later.